Good evening and welcome to an edition of Cepher Moments. I'm Stephen Pigeon, and tonight we're going to talk about just briefly the prayer that is oftentimes called the Our Father prayer. And we're going to talk about primarily the differences that we find in the Cepher. So Our Father is a prayer given as a form, not incantation. And it's found in Matthew 6, verses 9 through 13, and Luke 11, 2 through 4. This prayer is routinely taught as a routinized prayer, not pray in a like manner, but rather to pray exactly in a form of incantation, which is scripturally not correct. However, have you ever wondered where this prayer came from? Well, let's take a look. The prayer source is originally from the prayer of David given in 1 Chronicles chapter 29, beginning at verse 10. And this is the first place that we find a very strong link between the name Yahweh and the phrase Our Father. And that you will see the distinct similarities in this prayer. And in fact, this prayer appears to be in a redacted form in the New Testament compared to its initial expression that was found in Divrei Hayamim. Blessed be you, Yahweh Elohai of Yasharel, our Father, forever and ever. So here we see this phrase, Yahweh, our Father. And it's quite interesting that we would see such a thing here because we have a very explicit reference. Yahweh Elohai of Yasharel, who is then called our Father forever and ever. Now, in the Hebrew, this reads, Baruch atah Yahweh Elohai Yasharel, Avinu Olam Vad Olam. So it is very clear that it is Yahweh Elohai of Yasharel who is identified as our Father. Well, do we see any other identifiers that give us an indication that this might be the prayer that was used as the model for the prayer that would appear in Matthew 6 and Luke 11? And here in verse 11 of chapter 29, yours, O Yahweh, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty, for all that is in the heavens and in the earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, O Yahweh, and you are exalted as head above all. Doesn't that sound familiar, particularly in terms of the end phrasing that we see that appears at the end of Luke 11, the prayer there found in Luke 11? Yours is the kingdom and the glory and the power. But why did we leave off the victory and the majesty for all that is in the heavens and in the earth? I'm not sure, but it seems that we have a redacted form. Both riches and honor come of you, and you reign over all, and in your hand is power and might, and in your hand it is to make great and to give strength unto all. Now, therefore, our Elohim, we thank you and praise your glorious name. Or as the Our Father prayer begins in the New Testament, hallowed be your name. Hallowed be your name. Okay. Now, this isn't the only source for this prayer, however. There's another source, and we've often asked ourselves the question, when you hear it written in the way it is usually found in the New Testament, you hear, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Well, this is a real question. Would Yahweh or Yahusha lead us into temptation? And I don't think the answer can be said as a yes, that Yah would lead someone into temptation. My Elohim El Elyon, this is how it is written in the book of Jubilees, which appears to be the founding text upon which that section of the prayer is found. My Elohim El Elyon, you alone are my Elohim, and you in your dominion have I chosen. And you have created all things, and all things that are the work of your hands. Verse 20 from chapter 12 of the book of Jubilees. Deliver me from the hands of the evil Ruachot who have dominion over the thoughts of men's heart, and let them not lead me astray from you, my Elohim, and establish me and my seed forever, that we go not astray from henceforth and forevermore. So here we have a very strong indication that Jubilees was in fact considered a scriptural text that from which citations might be made, to the point that we have a citation that is found in the very powerful prayer entitled Our Father. It's very, very interesting that we would see this as preached. Okay. Now, we also see what? We can see, oh, let me go back one here just a minute, because we need to see how the prayer reads in the Cepher. So this is the prayer that is found in the Cepher, and it begins with the usual citation, which is what we find in almost all Bibles, which is, after this manner, therefore pray ye. Not word for word, pray ye, but rather, after this manner, pray ye. Bless you, Yahweh, Elohai Yasharel, our Father, forever and ever. In the heavens, we praise your glorious name. May your kingdom come and your will be done on earth as in the heavens. Give us day by day our daily bread, and forgive us our transgressions, for we also forgive everyone that has transgressed against us. Deliver me from the hands of evil Ruachot, and let them not lead me astray from you, my Elohim. For yours, Yahweh, is the greatness, and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty. For all that is in the heaven and in the earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, Yahweh, and you are exalted as head above all. So you can see why the prayer that is entitled the Lord's Prayer, or is called Our Father, is so distinctly different in the Cepher, because the prayer is completed using its original source texts as found in Divrei Hayamim Rishon, or First Chronicles, chapter 29, the prayer of David, and the source found in the book of Jubilees. And so we believe it is consistent with the two witnesses that buttressed it in its creation. Now, finally, for those of you that are interested in the Cepher can be had at cepher.net. We do have congregational discounts. Someone asked me about this the other day. Well, can I buy this as for ministry or for my congregation? The answer is yes, you can. And if you do so, if you buy by the case, you will see that there are pretty substantial discounts available for you at Cepher.net. Okay, I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who is currently in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. This is going to conclude Cepher Moments. And if you're interested, double check what is going on the Cepher, the Cepher Sabbath group on Telegram, and on the Way, also on Telegram or Radio Free Alaska. I do have new information for the Sabbath meeting, which will be in a completely different form this coming weekend. It will be in completely different form. So blessings to you, Marcus Ellis, Cheryl Crawford, The Unknown Truth, Fiery Faith Ministry, Andrea Sims. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. And Texas Jelly Bean, thank you for being present. Debbie Johnson, blessings to you. Blessings in the name of Yahweh. And we will see you again next week.